Miss Crowley. Give it up for Miss Crowley. Woo-hoo!
My student is Group of Joy, auditory and kinesthetic. In other words, any way that you choose to teach Joy can learn that way. Not limited, very creative, embraces change, likes to see, like to hear, and definitely loves to do. A combination of learner style, likes versatility in learning, and can function in an unstructured environment as if it's structured.
That's that grouper. All right, good deal. Okay, my next person, I'm thinking it's Kimberly, the way she's moving that ball. Look, the kinesthetic in her is over there moving. I'm gonna give this microphone. Let's give it up to Kim. Let's give Kimberly a push.
I'm moving this ball, hoping you don't call on me. I'm a little rusty on this because I'm not currently in the classroom, but I use my my son as an example because he does not learn. I could really relate to what you were saying when you were talking about he's a talker, and just someone lecturing to him is not enough. So what I've learned to do with him at home during homework time, I hope you're getting my great side, is it's something I want him to learn. Like right now we're working on division. I created a song for him to actually learn how to do division. First you divide with the dad. So the D stands for divide. So I give him abbreviations as well as things in song. We're normally clapping. So first you divide, then mama multiplies, then sister subtracts, and then brother brings down, and then you got Rover as the dog for the remainder. So that's what the R stands for. Right. So that's my way of reinforcing a lesson to him.
I love that. Awesome. The mic. Miss Simeon said she'll take the mic. Miss Simeon.
Okay, I used, this is Greg, who is my grandson. So this summer working with him, he likes to just move around. He does not like to sit still. So for the visual part, you have to show him what's first expected, then give him an example, and then to kinesthetic, we bring toys because he's just in the chair like this. So you give him something in the hand and to relate to what it is that you're teaching him. The third part is touching performing because he likes to touch stuff. You show him how it relates to whatever it is that you are teaching. So we have to use all three methods with teaching him, and he's a stringer.
All right. And you notice she said he's a stringer, so that means that she put those details there too. She gave a lot of details. So it seems like the person who's teaching him is a stringer too. Mm-hmm. Was your learning style a stringer? Mm-hmm. It was a stringer. Okay. One more person. I want one more person to share. One more. Oh my God, they're just overwhelmed with the hands. No, Amy, you about to take the mic from me. Here you go.
Okay, well my lady is Lucy, and Lucy is a stringer, and she's a kinesthetic learner.
Okay.
So by doing this, we have to tell Lucy true stories that relate to the subject.
Okay.
When I was doing some teaching, I felt like on one hand you're telling students certain things that the book says, but when you actually get into a salon, things are really different. Mm-hmm. So if you have a teacher that has been in the salon, she can give you a true story that relates.
Yes.
And to me, I learned better by true stories.
And true stories and hands-on and more real-world experiences.
Learning with games, making up games. I love that with the math. That is the way we learn.
That's the way you learn. All right, thank you, Amy. All right, so, and just think about the time that it took just to think about that and to properly to apply that to the learner. So now, you just did it with one person. You have 20 because the state board says that to one educator, you can have a max of 20 in your classroom. Mm-hmm. And in the public school system, if it's an IEP, they can max you out with 25. So you have to, am I right, Ms. Finley? Yes, ma'am. So you have to do your homework for 25, maybe 20 to 25 students. You have to consider their different learning styles. And you have to be able to create that lesson plan to be able to set the entire classroom up for success. So you may have 5 that are kinesthetic. You may have 5 that are spatial. You may have 10 who are auditory. So that means that you need to have music going. That means that you need to have games and toys going for the kinesthetic people, or some type of manipulative. And then you also need to have charts, colors, markers, or something to stimulate the sight, all in just one lesson. So that means that takes time. And you have to put thought into it yourself. So on top of your own life, bills, children, day to day, you have to go home, and put a lesson together that reaches the multiple learning types in your classroom.
What is spatial?
Spatial, these are visual people.
Okay.
We're getting ready to get more into that really deep, and you're going to find out what your multiple intelligence is. You're going to take a multiple intelligence test, and you're going to find out. And you're going to find out. I always do this in my classes because this is my dominant learning style. And with multiple intelligence, you can have 3 learning styles that are dominant. So let's look at these.